All right, and we're back. This is an unexpected purchase from me. This is something I never thought I would own, uh, just because I always preferred the red logo version of the Intercontinental over this one. But between who made it and the price and the lack of wait time, I couldn't say no to this. So this is partly a right time, right place type of deal, and also this is also a case of don't agree to buy stuff after you've been drinking because then you send payment and you wake up the next day and you got a PayPal invoice. So that's exactly what happened here. I'm not mad about it because it's a good belt for a good deal. I helped somebody out in a way. They're trying to pay their house off. They're selling off their belt collection, and I got a great belt out of it, and it didn't cost me as much or as much time as it should have to get something like this. So this is obviously a classic Reggie Parks Intercontinental replica belt made by Classic Shields, which is if you aren't aware, the top tier belt maker in the world. Orm, Nawaz, Ali Anas, those other three sort of occupy the same rarefied air, if you will, of upper tier, upper echelon belt makers. But Classic Shields has been the standard for so long. So this is classic Reggie Intercontinental. This belt took over after the red logo was retired during Honky Tonk Man's reign. It debuted. I cannot get a date on when it debuted. But it debuted in 1988, but I don't know when. If it was early, if it was late, and I haven't gone through on Peacock to sort of trace back to when Honky Tonk retired the Honky Tonk Man retired the red logo and brought this one out. I don't know when that was done. So my apologies on that one. But I mean, name it. Name the champion that ever became something, and they all held this belt. Whether it was Brett, Piper, Hennig, Razor, Austin, Michaels, if I haven't said Michaels. I'm trying to think of more off the top of my head that were, just Owen Hart. There's also this guy, he left and went and became an actor. Wonder whatever happened to him. But they all had this either black or white strap version of the belt. For a while there, they even changed up the leather cut. Obviously, like I said, there was a white strap version as well. There's also a baby blue version that Shawn Michaels had. Ultimate Warrior had a yellow version. But they also changed up the leather cut where instead of it being as square as it is up top, it's a little bit more round. And I'll put a picture right here of Razor Ramon with the round cut at the very top of the main plate. But the way I came to own this belt was there's a guy, I'm not going to give his full name out, but his name's Jonathan. And I always admired his belt collection from afar. I knew he had some really good stuff. And I thought, man, if he ever decides to sell one of those, I'll probably buy one. And I knew most of his stuff was Classic Shields. And he posted that he was selling off his collection. So I messaged him. I said, and he put that nothing was going to be below $1,200. And I asked about his Winged Eagle, and he said that one's actually going to be $16 because of who did the leather and all that sort of stuff. It's Classic Shields plates on someone else's leather. So I backed off that one. I initially agreed to buy his Hogan 86, but then he sent me one of the side plates, had a little bit of a dent in it, and I decided because I wasn't that big of a fan of that belt as it is. I was just buying it because it was Classic Shields and it'd be great for the channel, and I could say I own a Classic Shields belt, blah, blah, blah. I ended up just backing out of that one. Once I saw the defect, I wasn't that big a fan of the design as it is. But one night, I think it was last weekend, so I'm filming this July, what does that say, 6th? August 6th, sorry, August 6th. I think I messaged him roughly a week ago, and I said, hey, just letting you know, if you don't sell your Classic Intercontinental, you have $1,000 standing offer from me. And he messaged me back, he goes, if you cover shipping, I'll sell it to you for $1,000. So it turned out to be $1,025. I don't regret this one bit. And let's get into this belt because I'm floored that I have a Classic Shields belt, and I'm excited about this one. So I have taken my connoisseur's gold polishing cloth to it, and shined it up a little bit. He warned me about some defects, and we'll get into those. But the plates came out pretty clean with the polishing cloth. Like I said, I don't recommend doing that very often with this or any belt because they're made for solid materials and not plated. And overuse will take your plating off. So like I said in my Orm WrestleMania 4 video, once or twice through the life of the belt, seems to be okay. I've had no problems with my belts. Take your belts in your own hands on that one. A lot more subtle, mild cleaning would be like distilled water and microfiber towel, or ammonia-free Windex and a microfiber towel. But I gotta say, this is an older Classic Shields, and you can tell. I mean, look at the snaps. Look how tarnished and gritty the snaps are. It almost looks ring used. I kind of like that. But you have and of course, they've changed their leather stamp by now. So that's how you know this is a couple years older. I'm trying to get the stamp to show up just right for you. Crafted by CS. And then you have the nice clamshell tooling that goes around the side plates. Difference between this one and the red logo is on the red logo, the side plates are both the same size. You can see this one closer to the main plate is bigger than this one. And if I tilt the belt, you'll see there's a bit of a curve on each side plate. The side plates are not perfectly flat. They do curve quite a bit. I'm trying to hold it and show that to you. I do like the shade of blue. Different versions of the Winged Eagle had different shades of blue. This is close to my red logo, so they match. As far as defects go, there are a couple. See those up here on the upper left-hand portion of the main plate? There's two little dings up there. I don't think that's a manufacturing error, personally. I think that's just from someone mishandling the belt. Maybe it got dropped. Hard telling. And then you got some fine swirl marks up here on the North America and South America portion of this belt. You can see how the light catches those swirls. And there's a little bit of on the side of the globe. I'll point it out. I'll have to point it out to you. It's like right in here. There's a little light blotch on the main plate right next to that globe. So there's that, and then down here there is a dent in the main plate. I don't know how that got there. I don't know if that's from mishandling the belt, if it was in a belt bag and it got dropped, because it didn't remove the plating. The plating is still there, it just dented the belt. So I don't know if that's mishandling of the belt or if that's a manufacturing error. But you can see 2003 Reggie Parks replica. This is supposed to say replica, I think. I can see 2003 Reggie Parks. And then the little RP for Reggie Parks as well. And this etching is fantastic. I mean, I've seen some really, really bad quality bootleg Intercontinental belts. And here, I'll even show you guys right here some of the cheaper examples I've found on the internet. And those are available for $200. My question is why? Why would you waste your money? If you could scoop up something like this used, or if you could scoop up something like this from Orm or Nawaz or Altair Belts or F Club VK, why would you want some wavy, hazy, cheap, low-quality bootleg? It's bad enough that they don't make official replicas with the WWF logos where you can go get the real thing from WWE Shop. You got to settle for the WW logo. But if you want accurate logos, just save up. My advice, just save up and just go get a nice quality bootleg. That's what I've done. And I don't regret it one bit. I got something that looks like it belongs on TV. And what I like about this, obviously, like I said, the snaps show some age, so it does look like it could have been around during the mid-90s. But a one-piece tip, which this is the second belt I have with a one-piece tip. The other one is the WrestleMania 4 Winged Eagle. I'll show the backing to you. Carefully, try not to touch the plates because this belt is infamous for being a fingerprint magnet. These things just collect fingerprints like nobody's business because there's so much open negative space here. Nice smooth leather backing. There's no kinks or anything. The two marks that you're seeing there below the top bolt on the main plate, I think those are from a stand, if I had to guess. I think that's the back of the belt stand. And then there's not really, surprisingly, any marks that I can see on the bottom of the strap from where a plate would be propping the belt up. So, kudos to Jonathan for knowing how to display his belts. The way I would do it, I've seen people use jewelry pillows. I've also have taken some, what do they call those? Like plate stands, like for commemorative plates. And then take some foam and set those, cut a slit in them, and set those on top of the plate stand, and the foam will take the weight of your belts, and it will be less noticeable on the back of the belt from where you had it displayed, or on the bottom of the belt, especially from where you had it displayed. But I'm excited about this. I don't plan on selling it. This is my buddy's favorite belt, and he was actually supposed to come over yesterday for SummerSlam. I thought he was going to come over then the day before. I asked him if he was for sure coming over or not with his girlfriend, and he informed me that he wasn't. It's kind of a bummer. I knew this belt was coming in on the day of SummerSlam according to UPS, and I was going to unbox it and let him do the honors, but didn't work out that way. But yeah, man, this is just a work of art in terms of belt collecting. Really, really love Reggie Parks' artwork. So, as it stands right now, I have 2 other belts to review. I had another friend come over last night for SummerSlam, and he brought me 2 of his replicas. One's an official AEW replica that they offer, and another one is a bootleg, but it's on good quality leather and pretty good quality plates. So, I don't regret making this purchase. It is a gorgeous belt, and I'll just see you guys on the next one.